let's now show what you can do using Wireshark. So first of all, how Wireshark looks like. General overview of the interface. Yeah, so let's start it from here. So here it is. It already shows some activity on interfaces for us to easily choose from this list. Okay, as you see, not only physical but all virtual interfaces are available too. Yeah, so if I had a local host-only network on my virtual box right now being active, yeah, so it would generate some traffic here. If I had some and there are also ways for these more exotic things, like generate some traffic using random packet generator, or use remote SSH capture or remote Cisco capture. So these are more specific things. We won't discuss it here. For now, let's select only this Wi-Fi interface we have. And here, as you see, we can write down the same in the same syntax as previously on TCP dump. We can create the filter that will just shape our capturing profile. Okay, so we won't do that. We will just start a new capture. On Ethernet interface and see what's going on. So a good thing here is that you can keep it scroll down, or you can just make it sorted the other way, but yeah, I think that this approach is more interesting. So you see there is some very common service traffic going on the network, and there is of course some host activity that my laptop generates. Yeah, so let's for example, let's just create another session to somewhere, I don't know really, let it be yahoo.com, okay, but port 80 for it to be visible to us. Okay, so Yahoo is more generous in providing the data in return to just get root. Yeah, so let's stop it for now and let's see what it is. Yeah, so we see here that that's Yahoo. Okay, but let's say there is a lot of traffic and we cannot find it visually. So here we have another filter we can apply to the data captured already. All right, so for example, we can just search something like this. Now we can. Okay, so there will be some metadata in use. We have to construct this filter string that is not common, right? So it's Wireshark specific. It is not the same thing that you would use for TCP dump. So here have to use something like this. Okay, so IP host. It's cascaded as class members in object-oriented programming. Yeah, you could imagine that like this. And there is also the visual constructor for these sentences, but for now let's use this simple example. And we see that, yeah, IP host equals Yahoo results in the traffic session shown to us. Yeah, so let's pick any packet and use this follow TCP stream option. on that. Okay, so another window opens, and in this pop-up window we see in red what we tapped into the terminal, and in blue, yeah, the response that the web server sent to us, which is quite exotic. I didn't know, for example, even if you provide HTTP version 1.0, it still requires host header. Okay, so it's only HTTP 1.1 by default, and you cannot change that. So you see, right? We have collected something. We can filter it out. So you see that it's 7th TCP stream in this capture. It's here, right? So let's, for example, see only ICMP traffic. Yeah, nothing is here because we didn't really ping anything. But we, of course, did some DNS resolution. So, for example, we see that someone has requested the IP address of yahoo.com. Let's follow UDP stream, which is also possible, but in a slightly less neat manner. Yeah, so something happens. They have provided us with some NS records. Yeah, NS1, NS2, NS3, 5, and 6, and 4. And then some further resolution happened, and in the end somehow we have obtained the IP address and initiated the session. So let's see how a packet, a random packet, just breaks down in this second pane. Yeah, so in the lowest pane we see the data, we see the contents of what we select right now. But it's context dependent, yeah, because we can highlight some specific portion, because as you of course know, all traffic, all packets and datagrams and all these bits and pieces that are transmitted over the wires and over the network in general, you can imagine it as envelopes over envelopes. So the below levels of transmission always encapsulate the above levels of transmission. So TCP packet is wrapped into IP packet is wrapped into layer 2 packet, Ethernet, for example, right? So everything is encoded, and there are strict borders between these envelopes, right? So let's say the most high level piece of information, piece of data, is what? Is a TCP packet, right? TCP frame. We see its meta information. Yeah, so it's it's yahoo.com response to us, or a piece of it at least. Yeah, so this is TCP packet that is wrapped into IP packet. Yeah, something going from yahoo.com to my laptop, and it in turn is wrapped into Ethernet version 2 frame, and it is then sent over the air, this being something like layer 1 related already. Okay, so this is the metadata of actual transmission over the network. So yeah, this is how it all works. You can play around with your own traffic. You can search for PCAPs in CTF competitions that are available in large numbers online. And traffic analysis is interesting by itself, although in ethical hacking and penetration testing we do not pay much attention to it, because it's more of an opposite action, right? So it's forensics investigation related stuff, and we are here on offensive side, so we are more interested in how to evade detection by traffic analysis. However, it provides you the information about and the knowledge about how things work, how internals of network communications are processed and this information is pretty much detailed. However, you can filter the things that you really require by using this very rich syntax. Yeah, so there are a lot of different protocols you can use, and then you can, let's for example use something. Oh, okay, so MySQL. So you can even drop down to application level and use some very detailed MySQL related elements and do logical operations over them and put values here and even predefine values for your ease and speed of operation. So everything is at your service. I guess for sniffing your own traffic, that's it. And for now we will take a pause, and I in the meanwhile prepare some examples of spoofing locally present laptops and then sniffing the traffic you can obtain and route through your system in this way.